Welcome to another time again on Hangout with PF. We're so glad to have you join us on this journey. Today, we'll be discussing the topic or the thought you are chosen. Being chosen is a recognizable fact in our lives and our existence that we have a purpose to fulfill during our lifetime and sojourn on the earth. Being chosen does not mean or equal to deployment or being or the time to fulfill the thing for which we have been chosen, because the relevance of our calling is subject to time and seasons. The relevance of our calling, of being chosen, is subject to time and seasons. Everyone God uses already is in the system. God doesn't just give back to someone afresh to solve a today's problem. God gives back today to solve a tomorrow problem or to fill a tomorrow void. Everyone God uses had already been in the system or situation waiting for the time of deployment. The waiting period is so crucial as it is a period of identification, growth, and the sharpening of gifts, talent, and skills for the assignment we are chosen for. So, from the time where we were born till the time where our relevance will be seen and recognized by others, it doesn't change the fact that we have been chosen. It doesn't change the fact that we have been selected. It doesn't change the fact that we have been set apart for a particular purpose. But that period of waiting is for us to get to know ourselves, get to realize who we actually are, and to grow, then to improve upon the gift, the talent, and the skills, so that when the time of deployment comes, we will not fall short in any way. Oftentimes, God places us in the service of others, not to spite us or to disregard our purpose, but to make us fit for His use. It is while we are in the service or under the tutelage of others that our gift, skills will be challenged, will be sharpened, will be improved upon in order for it to in order for the productivity of it to be improved greatly. We all have our time of importance and seasons of relevance. Don't skip a step in your journey. Many know what they are chosen for and try to take shortcuts to fulfilling the purpose. This is a it's a plague or a pandemic that is befalling the world. A lot of us are aware of the things that God has prepared for us, what God has asked us to come and do. However, we want to take the shortcuts. We want to rise to the top very quickly. We want to quickly get on into that position, get into that seat of power or authority, and it doesn't usually end well. And this happens especially to those who are with resources and opportunities surrounding them. This leads to grave disappointment because what we expect isn't what we experience at the end of the day. Many a times, because of the resources and the connections and the opportunities that come our way, we are so swayed by them that we forget to take a pause to check with the Lord if this is the right step to take. And we know that the Lord doesn't share His glory with another. So therefore, sometimes God puts these resources and these connections or opportunities around us to test our hearts, to see if we will be patient to walk with Him, to go on the journey that He would have us go. And this is why many are disappointed, because they expect people that they know in high places to bring them up. They expect that those who they are connected with in one way or the other will pull strings for them to quickly get to the place that the Lord has prepared for them. But it doesn't work like that. Everyone who is chosen must remain humble in waiting for his or her appointed time of showing. Very, very key. Even as one subscribes himself to the necessary preparation, as no one goes through anything just for the sake of it. Life doesn't just happen to you. There is a purpose to everything that you go through. Every experience you have, there is a purpose to it. And that's why we must wait. We must pass through that waiting period. Wait for our time of showing. It's not the day that a seed is planted in the earth that it begins to yield and grows into a big tree that gives shade to others. So very, very, very crucial. And also your skill set must get to international standard, though your environment might be local, to attract international attention. Never, as a chosen, seek to be known. The products of your life and your living would announce you to where your relevance is. It will announce you to where your relevance is. Don't say because you have been chosen, then people have to know. You start to put yourself in places where you'll be known when you are premature for that level. You're not ready. You don't have the character to sustain that elevation. More so, God who has chosen you is also monitoring your growth and development. And also, He has a marketing plan in showing you to the world. There is a way. That is how God has prepared. He has planned His thing. It's in sequence. You don't skip it on. You don't skip the sequence and expect to reap the best of the season. I believe strongly in divine orchestration, but it requires our commitment to growth and diligence to truly connect and ride the waves that God's planning offers. Very, very important. I don't believe in coincidences. I believe in divine orchestrations. However, if our preparation does not meet God's planning, then we do not get the fullness of the work that the Father has done for us. It's no wonder that the Bible teaches us in Colossians 3:23 to 24, I'm paraphrasing, that whatsoever your hands finds to do, you do it heartily. You do it with all your heart, as unto the Lord and not as unto men, knowing that of the Lord you shall receive the reward of the inheritance, for ye serve the Lord. Very, very crucial. The book of Ecclesiastes chapter 9 and verse 11, it tells us that the race is not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to men of understanding, nor yet favor to men of skill, but time and chance happens to them all. It's just these two passages puts to focus everything that we have been saying so far. If you check those that God uses, they do not qualify, because God qualifies those who He calls. Those who God decides to use are not necessarily the best men for the job, but in the situation, circumstances they find themselves, whatever their hands find to do, they did it with all of their hearts, and they experienced the favor and the lifting of God. Also, being chosen it also requires a day of visitation. He says, you and I are chosen for mighty works on the earth, and we must keep preparing and remain connected to God so we don't miss out on our day of visitation. God bless you. Till the next time we meet. Amen.